Good morning, it's Brad here with IDM OMH with the DeSite SLG 68 for 2016. This is our V series. It's just a vibratory, no feet deflector on it. It still has the 52-inch screen deck, still have our C-spring cantilevered suspension. It has 3 settings for deck slope. So on our 78s where we had a tilting screen deck, you get the same effect with this machine by the 3 different pin settings. I've got some 1.25" material here today. I was going to run this through. What my goal is, I've got a 3/4 square mesh. I'm going to make some 5/8 minus product, and I'm going to make some 5/8 to 1.25" product. Anyways, pay attention when we're screening this thing, this material to the production. A lot of people call BS on our production, on our hourly production. They think it's not possible. Actually sit and watch and count the buckets. I've got a 66-inch bucket on this skid steer here. It's what they consider about a half-yard bucket. I'll be coming at the screener probably every 25 to 30 seconds, so you can calculate the volume that this thing's putting through. This thing is anything from 10 yards to 20 yards an hour screener, depending upon mesh and the material feeding it. It's a $3,000 screener, $29.95 US right now. We're just introducing it to the market. It's simple, it's efficient, it's vibratory. It's great for guys that have compact equipment with smaller buckets. It's easy to move. We'll get into later some of the features on it, but these are a great little machine. Pay attention to, I say, how many times we're coming at it, how soon we're coming at it, how much is in the bucket. It'll give you the fact or fiction side of the production of this machine. that'll give you a pretty good indication of the production of the machine and its capabilities. Obviously, we're screening in some just wetter, 1.25 inch minus. It's aggregate material for sure. But this is the 1.25 inch material, 5/8 inch and a quarter. This is the 5/8 minus material for top capping, and then again I've got my 1.25 inch minus. You can kind of calculate the time that we were screening there, but right around about 25-35 seconds every time I was showing up. The great thing about these little SLG machines is you can keep them close to where you're working. If you're running back and forth 50, 60, 70, 100 feet to get your material, you're losing all your time in travel time and not production time. So these things are really easy to pick up and move. As you're moving around to different piles, you can just take this screener with you. This machine here has the fork pockets in it. It's got the bucket lift extensions that'll go into the fork pockets. This is a 1,200 pound machine. On the back of the leg system, we've designed a 3/4 inch plate that has a hole cut in it that you can drive an 18 inch stake that we have with a grab chain hook. So if you're feeding this with a tractor or a skid steer, you can drive that stake in the ground. It anchors that machine so that you can dig in here without having to worry about moving it around. So it's an accessory you can add on to it. Well, we're going to pull out one of our other machines and show you the difference in the deck slopes and a couple of the features on it. So one of the revisions is this twist lock plug. Our old ones just had a 3-prong, basically looked like this here hanging out of the bottom of the box. What we did for 2016 is we created this twist lock plug, and then there's a spot right underneath here, so you can basically just push it up and twist it into place and it locks right in there. On this 68, we've created this bar that slips right into this pocket here. So you can slide it in, slide it out. It just sits on a bit of an angle so it'll stay in there. But it allows you to thread your cable in here and hold it away from the machine. On the 68, the sides are open, so material will flow out through the side. We did that on purpose because we wanted material to be able to sit around the screener, so to hold it in place while you were screening and taking material out. Anyways, we have these vulcanized extension cords. They're 10 gauge wire that we've created for the SLG 68, 78s, and the 108s. We sell them at a great price. Again, it's got the twist lock on one end and it's got the 3-prong on the other to go into a standard cord. I think these here were great. They'll get you 25 feet away from the machine, and then you can run it with an extension cord from there. So you just basically throw it out. It'll keep you away. It keeps it up out of the dirt and out of the material. What I wanted to show you, we'll come around the back side here, and I'll show you what we were talking about previously with the legs. Because this is a 1,200 pound machine, it's quite easy to pick up, push around, and move around. So what we've done is we've created a 2-inch hole cut out of 3/8 plate, and it's welded to the back of this arm. Allows you to take an 18-inch stake, drive it in with a sledgehammer. We've put a chain grab hook on it, so you can actually use your machine to pull it back out when you want to move it. Again, here is our sloping leg design that we have here. You pull this pin out and you can keep standing it up to a steeper slope. This here is the deck in a 45-degree position. This is usually the most common position when you're doing most of your screening. Again, you still have that cantilevered screen deck positioning here that allows you to manipulate it as you're screening. This is at 45. This here is at about 30, and then there's a third position with the legs all the way collapsed that allows the deck to be very, very flat. In most cases you would not use it here because you still have that 10 degrees of deflection with the cantilevered suspension, but we have had guys that are cleaning up shot ranges, gun ranges, where they're trying to get the lead out, and it allows guys to be on the other side there, sorting through and pulling out the lead fracture and the rocks and raking it off. This is also great for guys that are doing artifacts when they're digging in the dirt trying to get artifacts out. This makes it a very gentle slope so that they're able to vibrate out the soil and the fines and then have the artifacts going off the front side. Again, The 45 degree and this 30 degree would be the most common positions when you're using this screener. This position here would be more if you were just wanting to screen like beach sand and that kind of material. Anyways, very, very simple machine. It's easy to ship. We can ship this machine FedEx. You just pick it up, set it in the trailer. FedEx box delivery brings it right to your door. So very economical. You can ship it anywhere all over the United States very easily through FedEx. $29.95.